What's up, folks? It's been a while since I've done one of these, a little scouting report. This time we're gonna take a look at Mr. Anton Lundell. He's been crushing it lately, so let's take a look at him. I've watched 10 games in the Liiga because he was injured. We didn't get a chance to see him play at the World Junior Championship, so let's start this. Like always, let's take a look at his profile. So he's another one, pretty old for this draft. There's a ton of older player this year in the first round. I think it's just variance. It happens. It's this way this year. For his size, pretty big boy. And when you look at him play, he looks like a man out there. So it's not someone that you can say is gonna get bigger, really. I think what you see right now, it's almost the finished product, complete product. He's a big boy. He's pretty strong. If we look at his stats, so in the Liga right now, it's pretty crazy what he's doing. So 18 points in 25 games. And last year it was unreal too, 19 points in 38 games. So to put this into perspective, we're gonna look all time. So this is in his draft -1. So last year when he was 17, and as you can see, he has the most point at this age. And also if you rank point per game, he's up there with Barkov, Poirier, and if you look at the name Rantanen, there's quite a few big names here. Let's watch for this year draft, and let's rank point per game, and you're gonna see he's here fourth. So there's Kako, Barkov, Granlund, Lane, Armia, Poirier, Kotkaniemi, so Sebastian Aho. There's a lot of player that became NHL player. So everything is looking extremely good, but it's not only that. The Liiga is tracking advanced stat. And you can see his Corsi is at 65, so that's the third best in the whole league at 18 years old. Pretty crazy stuff. So I'm sure out there's probably a lot of guys that are super high on advanced stat and stuff like that. They're probably gonna have him really high in their ranking. But it's not just stats, otherwise we wouldn't need any scout. There's a bit more to that, and we're gonna start looking at some clip and see if he's the real deal. As always, I'm starting with the thing I like the most about his game, and it's actually the first time I think I've done a scouting report, and this is the number one thing I like. And for him, it's gonna be, drumroll, positioning. So it's pretty rare that you're gonna see that someone is elite at positioning, but when you look him really closely, the more you look at him, it's becoming really clear that he's very good at being at the right place at the right time. So he knows where he needs to be on the ice all the time. And sometimes I was pausing the video and I was asking myself, okay, what's the best place to be on the ice right now? And he's always in the best spot. So it's pretty crazy. And when you think about it, let's say puck handling or shooting or all individual skills, those skills are only effective let's say when you have the puck for shooting or for stick handling. So it's not often, but for positioning, this is as soon as you step on the ice, positioning is gonna have an impact all the time when you're on the ice. So I think his IQ is above average, and he has, of course, elite defense potential. He could be really a shutdown center, and there's a lot of fake center I think out there. They're just playing center because they're the best player of their team, but for him, he's a true center. He's a high IQ player, and even in face-off, I think he's at 53 right now against men in the Liga. So I don't think he's gonna have any trouble playing a shutdown role in the NHL. While we keep on watching positioning clip, I want to touch a subject that's very important in scouting, and it's the development curve. Imagine there's a curve of development. All players are going to reach their peak around 22, 23, 24 years old, or around that range. You can take two players that are born the exact same date, but they might not be at the same progression level. So you can have someone that at the same age is at 95% of his development, someone is at 60. Why? Well, it could be genetic. We all know people, friends that when they were younger they had the full beard before everyone else. So people sometimes they develop faster than other. Also, there's a limit of what you can do with your body. Some player, let's say a guy is training since he's 14 years old, hitting the gym hard, versus someone that's not really maximizing what he can do with his body. So we always need to be careful with that, because like I said, I have a feeling with Lundell that he's just way more developed than other player. He might be at almost his final product or close to it, but it's really hard for us to say. You need like medical evaluation or testing, stuff like that. You cannot say for sure where the guy is in his development only by watching the game, but this is an area where you can gain a big edge over the other team. Let's say you have two players, they all are making a point per game in the CHL. If you are able to pinpoint, okay, this guy is at 90%, the other guy is at 60%, well, of course it's more impressive. The guy that is making a point per game and he's only 60% developed, you're gonna get a better return if you pick him over the other player. Okay, so enough rambling. I think you get the point. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my head. We're gonna switch over and watch the gameplay now at another category. Something I don't like that much about his game, and it's his skating. So when I was watching the gameplay, I watched Stutzle, after that Raymond, and the last one was Lundell, and there's a huge difference in agility. So Stutzle and Raymond might be the two most agile player. They're like ballerina on ice, and Lundell is more of a tank or a hummer, I don't know how you call it, but he's not really agile. And by agility I mean all the edges, the crossover, the way he's turning. He's not someone that is turning on a dime. So I have a few examples. You see it takes him almost half the ice for him to turn around and go in the other direction. So I'll make you make your own decision, make up your mind, but personally I think in the first round he might be one of the worst in terms of agility. His top speed is okay. He's not super quick. His first few steps are not super quick, but his top speed is okay. Even though his technique might not be optimal, he's still decently fast. And here's a clip of Tim Stutzle. Just look at his feet and you'll see there's a huge difference in agility. He's a lot smoother than Lundell. And there's a few players in the past that have been struggling moving up to the NHL. And a lot of them, it's because they don't have the foot speed. They don't have the agility, the first few steps. And once you upgrade the level of the game, the speed of the game, it might be problematic for Lundell, so I'm going to keep a close eye on that, because his skating might be the difference between him becoming a star in the league or just a good player. So this might hold him back. It's very important. I want to see some improvement in this area. Okay, let's switch things up. We're gonna take a quick look at a few of his goals, and there's a few good ones in there, so take a look. And I guess while we're watching, I'm gonna go over the note I have on him. So like I already said, I think he has a lot of defensive potential. His positioning is good IQ. He plays a simple game, so he doesn't do let's say fancy stuff, but he's effective, so he's not gonna give away the puck for nothing. He's someone that is gonna be good, I think, in possession. There's a reason why his course is so good. It's because he doesn't give away the puck, and he's good at protecting it with his body. In terms of physicality, he's a big guy out there. He's strong. When he's skating, I can tell he has a lot of power behind his stride, even though his technique might not be the best. But I would like to see him use his body a bit more. He could finish a bit more hit. He's not overly physical, and he could be, I think. Other than that, I think his puck handling is slightly above average. It's not elite, but it's good. His shot, I would say the same thing. It's pretty good. I've seen him beat goalie clean, like in the goal you're watching right now. He's definitely able to beat goalie one-on-one, so he'd bring an interesting package. There's quite a bit to like, and also his playmaking ability, I wouldn't say it's above average, I would say it's good. I have a really amazing assist that I'm gonna show later in the video that was really impressive, but other than that, he was not creating a whole lot for his line mate, but he's able still to make a fairly quick decision in traffic, so I'd say his playmaking ability is average, but nothing super impressive. Now, in terms of projection and what I think is gonna be in the future in the NHL, I'm gonna go with two players, so Jordan Staal and Mikko Koivu. So two guys that are very reliable defensively, but are not quite superstars. So they are a tick below that, 50-point guy, 60-point guy, around that range in their peak. So there's a lot of value with a guy like that. But my question is, let's say you have a top 5 pick. Do you want to take the safe route and go with a player with a high floor? Or do you want to take a chance maybe with someone that has a higher chance to become a superstar? And personally, I would rather aim for the superstar because it's almost impossible to get one in a trade. Other than a first round pick, you're not gonna put your end realistically on a star unless you're really, really lucky. So if you have a top 10 pick, I wouldn't waste my opportunity with Lundell. I'm not saying he has zero chance to become a star. I'm just saying the other player I think have more chance to develop into star. So for that reason, he's gonna be probably around 7, 10 in my ranking. He's not gonna be in my top 5. To finish the video, we're gonna look at one last category, and it's in front of the net. I think he's doing a very good job either screening the goalie, deflection, getting rebound, playing the bumper spot on the power play. So there's a lot of things he's doing well in front of the net. He's pretty active, and it's surprising there's not a lot of players that are good doing that. He's one of the few, so this is another added bonus. So I'm gonna show you the clip I have on that. And if you're not subscribed already to the channel and you've watched all this video without skipping one part, how dare you? You need to subscribe right now, because I'm gonna make a whole lot of scouting report like this one. The next one are probably gonna be Lucas Raymond, Alexander Holtz, Gunler, Wallinder, a whole lot. I think I'm gonna cover most of the player in the first round. So please like, subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Peace.